Well, we're setting up for some range time on a marvelous October afternoon, early evening here in southern Michigan, mid to upper 70s. Looking downrange, I got a target up there at 100 yards, and I got my mat out. And today I was wondering what to shoot. I wanted to bring something simple because I'm on call for work. Could get called out at any time, so I decided to bring out the M1. So I think anybody that's watched my channel at all has probably seen at least a little bit of this rifle. It's a CMP rifle that I purchased, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, I suppose. And it was at the time where everything that they had was international harvesters. Well, been in the case for a while. I haven't had it out in a spell. This one is a really late harvester. It's in the, the 5 million number, 5024260. So it's well along. Certainly no harvesters were, I should say no international harvester M1s were in service in World War II, so this would have certainly been a post-World War II rifle. I have no idea what its history is. I bought it from the CMP as a CMP special. This is one that has been totally redone. I should probably open it up here. One-handed is tough. Yeah, there's nothing in it. But it's a CMP special, so it does have a brand new Criterion barrel on it, new stock. I believe these stocks were made by Boyd's, and they are a little girthier, especially through the wrist and along the hand guards and whatnot, than a GI stock. So they're a little different than a GI stock. I bought this to mostly be a range toy target rifle. I didn't buy it as a collectible, so it doesn't have any of the lores or legend or no claims that it was my grandfather's or that the serial number is one off from somebody I knew, or it's none of that. It's just a rifle I picked up from the CMP, and I've added a few things to it along time, the cleaning kit that belongs in the buttstock, and tools. This is a chamber brush, and this is a muzzle guard I use when I'm cleaning it. So standard issue sling that came from the CMP. I do have a couple of appropriate slings for it that are leather. One that's a GI sling, and also I have a Turner match sling for it too. But I like shooting this one just as much as anything. But and here's a sled for it, and then I have the various this and that and the other things. And one of the nice things I like about shooting the M1 is that it's ready when I get here. I don't have to do anything other than get it out, because I keep ammo around for it. And working with one hand is always a challenge. I tell you, I'm gonna have to lean the phone up here a little bit. Look at that, it'll balance even. There we go. But I keep clips ready to go, and 5 shots for if I'm doing that. But I just keep a can ready to go. And let's see, here's what I run for my everyday M1 load. It's a Hornady 150 grain full metal jacket, and CCI 200 primer, 45 grains of a Hodgdon H4895. So pretty basic stuff. That's what I like to run. So it came along. Okay, so this batch is actually different. This batch is the 45.8 of H4895. Yeah, and then that's my brass card. Yep, talks about how many times I resized it and reloaded it. So we're on this run right here. I changed the powder charge to 45.8. It's up just a little bit. That was probably a computer generated change, but say these were loaded back in the early part of 2021, so almost 2 years ago. So, but I have not been shooting the M1 a lot lately, but I have all kinds of different things for it. I keep some commercial ammo around for letting other people shoot it and all that. But so yeah, I've got a target set up down there. I'll run the target camera down there and get that set up. Then I'll get down there on the mat, and I'll probably just shoot sitting today. And I don't know if you can see that 100-yard target down there. I'm dealing a little bit of a shadow here up close to the bench, but there's light down range, so I'll be okay. I'll be back after I set up that target camera. Well, I kind of have things pre-staged back here. I'll go down and set up the target camera, then I can come right back and get to the shooting. But once again, there's my M1 waiting for some range time. Got our box of ammo. Got my bag to throw my empties in once I'm done. All set. And then when I get back, I'll put this camera on top of this box to try to get some footage. I think that this view should be okay if I can get this to stay there. Yeah, that might ought to be okay. Might need to get it to shoot up a little bit there, about like so. That might be an okay shot. I'll go set up the target camera. Well, okay, let's hope that I have that shot composed acceptably, because this is what we're going to use for the first round of filming. Whether it's good or not, this is what we have. So there's my target, I'm set. Say, I haven't shot this rifle in quite some time. This might be ugly. I think I can make that work. Just need to settle down a little bit. I kind of hurried down because I set the camera up as I charged the battery up a little bit at home, and on the way out here I hope the battery in that target camera runs long enough. And I best not shoot low because I set the target relatively low since I'm sitting. If I'd have to be a couple feet low and a little bit to the left to get into the camera, but we don't really want that to happen. So, anywho, let's see what happens. Get settled down a little bit here. Need to breathe. Rifle's dusty, it's been sitting. Okay. I think that'll work. No heavy shooting coat or gloves, sling or anything today, just plinking. That was a 6 o'clock hold. Lots of dust behind the target. Airplane flying over. Looks like a Cessna. I should have had something to eat before I came out. I'm starting to feel hungry. Another airplane coming from the other direction now, and some mosquitoes too. Can't see that one, it's behind the roof there. Okay, here we go again. I'm a little bit wobbly. I think this is going to be an ugly target. I'm holding at 6 o'clock on it. See that piece of brass? I didn't see where the first one landed. We'll find them afterwards. I'd say I haven't shot this rifle in a long time, probably a couple years. Felt a little bit better about that shot. Lots of airplanes today. This one just has standard sights. These are not national match sights or anything like that. It's pretty much just a built-up CMP rifle, you know, whatever it is. I looked at the internals of it when I first got it because I took it all apart and cleaned it real well and those kinds of things, but I don't even recall the little details anymore. I'd have to go back through it again. I may have written it down somewhere, but I don't remember. But I do enjoy bringing it out to shoot it, especially on days where I don't have a lot of time to set things up. It's, you know, something you can just pull out and shoot. I'm a little wobbly and my trigger pull isn't so hot. I find this rifle to be a little bit more difficult to shoot than some of my other milsurps, partially because it is rather stout in the girth of the stock. It's you know, not as ergonomic to me as some of my Mausers. And of course the 30-06 is, you know, it's a real cartridge. It's no joke. I didn't feel too bad about that hold. I can't believe how many bugs there are. The last few times at the range there haven't been hardly any, and must be the cooler weather. We've just in the last week or so, maybe 2 weeks, have kind of switched to the autumn weather. It's been getting cold at night. It was down to about 36 or something like that last night. There was, or not last night, the night before, there was some frost on the grass in the morning. The trees are beginning to change here. I'm sure further up north it's well along. I've been watching some videos from some other YouTube creators up in the Upper Peninsula, and if the colors up there are starting to go. I'm going to make a trip up to the Upper Peninsula here this fall and to visit my son up at college again. He's way up in Houghton, Michigan, at Michigan Tech. So I'll be heading up there to check that out. I'll be there right at the tail end of the color, just like I was last year. Looking forward to that trip and some college football. I liked my hold area on that, but I felt that I was not real good on the trigger pull. I've not fully mastered the trigger on this. It's a little different than some of my other rifles, so it takes a little bit of getting used to, and like I said, I haven't shot it in quite some time. Talking about the fall weather coming around, I didn't mention it's the 4th of October today, early evening. It's just beautiful out here right now. Every day could be like this. There's a little bit of wind up high, but down low, can't hardly feel anything. On the way into the range, the flag up on the flagpole was totally motionless, but I can see up in the trees a little bit of movement, but down here on the ground, it's imperceivable. Okay, next shot. That felt like it was a little high when I let it go. Ooh, that smells nice. Smells super nice. So I guess I should probably see if I can see all my brass. I see several of them, so I'll pick those up, take a break for a minute. Well, okay, down here at the target camera, it's not as bad as I expected it to be. This must be that one that I felt that I pulled to the right. A review of the target camera footage at home will tell the difference there, but I don't feel bad about this target at all for my first 8 on the rifle in, what, 2 years. So I got 3 really nice shots in the 10 ring there. 9, a couple of 8s together. I must have made the same mistake on those 2 shots. So that's not looking too bad. I'll take it for the first time out with a rifle in a long time. And I'm really enjoying this nice weather. I'll not have many more days like this fall. It's beautiful out here. It's a low to funny looking bug there. I don't even know what that is. But it's just about 70 degrees and it's starting to wind down for the evening. So there's my first 8 out of the M1 after a couple years off from it. Thanks everybody for watching. Well, I just did my first 8 shots out of the M1. Haven't shot it in a couple of years. Looking at the camera, I may not have pushed the record button. I'm not sure. I was going to look in the photo library and see if there was a film there or not, but I didn't want to change how the picture was composed, so I left it. Just got back from the target looking at that first group. So I was going to leave the video at that. However, since I don't know if I really got the footage, I'll go ahead and shoot another group. It's always fun to shoot the M1 anyway, so what the heck. Let's see, that's a 5. I got a couple of clips ready to go with 5 there for certain things, so I'll set those to the side and find another one that's got all 8 in there. There we go, that'll work. I say it's nice to just have these end block clips already in the nice little 30 caliber ammo can here ready to go. That way you just grab it and go. Say I did find all 8 of them after that first batch. So this is Lake City 68. I believe that's some of the stuff that came from Ben Snyder. I'm not sure though. All right. The pants are bunching up a little bit there. Let's get back into position here and shoot some more. I was pretty happy with that target for my first time in a couple of years. I didn't feel real good about some of those holds. I knew the one was off to the right a little bit. I'm not sure if that was the same one that printed there or not, but that's how it felt. See how my point of aim is looking here. I think I could deal with that. Boy, I need to breathe and settle down. I'm just fidgety today. There's one of the pieces of brass right there. Wonder if that's the first one, because in that first group, one went back that way too, and I was assuming it was the last one that came out with the clip. This one tends to lay them up here at about 2 o'clock or so a lot of times. Felt a tiny bit low on that one. And right at the trigger pull, I started to move inside my hold area. There's another one far back there too, further back than the one I saw a minute ago. So it tends sending those back that way this time. I don't know why I'm so antsy. Probably because I didn't eat. That's probably part of it. Of course, this is always harder on video than it is just to do it. But if I printed a target and then just showed it, you wouldn't see that I actually shot it. At least this way you see I'm actually doing it. Even if my performance is subpar, you get to see me do it. It's real. I had that same shimmy just as I felt real good about the hold area, and just as I started to add pressure to the trigger, I could feel and see the back and forth. I mean, it was still within the black, you know, and I'm holding at 6 o'clock and I wasn't blowing out either side, or at least I wasn't seeing it blow out either side. Well, there's one went way back there that time. Since there's no wind, there's a big cloud of dust down there from the backstop, and now it's starting to obscure the target. The target, looking at it right now, the bullseye, the aiming circle looks gray because the dust is floating around. I don't know if that'll show up on the target camera or not, but the sight picture is going to be worse on this shot. We'll see if I can shoot through it. And I'll try to not have that wiggle, waggle, wobble when I start to adjust the trigger. Point of aim still seems pretty, my natural point of aim still seems pretty good. Ooh, that is washed out. I was getting tired on that shot. It's funny how your eyes start to go away when you get a little bit of shooter fatigue. You run 3 or 4 shots, and it's like your eyes are crisp for that little bit of time, and then the more you think about it, the more you change. It's like you start to lose it. But boy, I can really see in the still air, the dust is just hanging right now down there. It's coming towards me a little bit. So there must be a little bit of air current towards me, but I can see that dust in the sunlight there. It's kind of like mirage almost, but it's moves slower. It's just drifting. Now it's kind of drifting back towards me and left to right, just dust. But there's less of it around the target right now, so it's a good time to take a shot. I have a feeling I should have stopped after the first 8 shots. I started the waggle and I tried to arrest it, and when the shot broke, I was a little tiny bit up and left. I mean, not horrible, but it felt and visually looked like up and left, and we got one in there. I haven't had that in a while, or actually, I don't know that I've ever had that at all. It was a feeding failure and it mangled the round. So that's gonna be one to pull down. It really tipped over the tip there. So we're gonna have to just go with a 7-shot group here. Yeah, it really put the number on that one. It was I guess you'd call that a nose-up failure to feed. That really, that did a number on that. I don't think it hurt the bullet, it just bent the whole case. Yeah, that'll be one to take down and salvage the powder out of and go from there. Or it might be fun to just keep it as a trophy, just you know. Or maybe we should have a channel giveaway and give away the bent 30-06 round from the M1. That might be fun. If we did a giveaway with this, how do we determine who gets it? Yeah, that really did a number on that round. It's another of the Lake City 68s. If I put a good ding in the body of the case there too. Well, put in the comments what you think I ought to do with this round. Should I give it away to a channel subscriber? Should I pull it down? Should I keep it as a trophy? Should I straighten it and shoot it? I don't know. That's a weird one. Okay, one left. Let's execute a good shot. You guys are seeing the target camera. After all of this tomfoolery, let's see if I can make a decent shot here. I didn't have a good read on that. I was a little bit left, but I got back, got the hold where I thought it ought to be. It seemed pretty good, but I think I came up a little bit as I pulled the trigger. So I'll round up all this brass that's all over the place, then I'll go back down and see you at the target camera again. Okay. Back down at the target camera, we got 15 shots on there. We're short one because of the misfeed and the bent ammo. It looks like I pulled the one off to here. I hope that's the one that I called to the left. This one out to the right, that was from the first group, I remember. Looks like we put another one up here, but the target camera will be in the video, so you'll see the sequence of events, which one's printed where. I am not at all unhappy with that. I didn't like my hold as I was sitting there. I just haven't settled down. I may shoot a little bit more off camera and see how things go. So let me know what you think that I ought to do with this round that got messed up on that misfeed. Maybe I should rename the channel to the Bent Bullet channel or something like that. But thanks for watching.